you know gay influence in rap culture has increased greatly in the last 10 years? Last but not least, we have a drug called ecstasy. Ecstasy is a love drug that seems to make gay things happen. Bodies stop moving and sweating, you can't help but want to suck on something.
I just found that I would open myself up to the possibility of a relationship based on the person and not on gender.
Nigga, you gay. You gay. Y'all niggas are gay. Nigga, you gay. That's gay. Don't find any of this gay at all. Okay, so...
In the world of hip-hop, the lines between power, exploitation, and hidden agendas are often blurred. But what if an animated TV show was trying to pull back the curtain on one of the industry's most notorious figures?
So you're okay with him being gay? Gay? Who said he was gay? Nigga, is you crazy? Gangstalicious gay.
The Boondocks has never shied away from controversy, tackling everything from race to politics. But did they predict the dark secrets of Clive Davis and his infamous parties? Were they hinting at a larger, more sinister agenda within the music industry?
We have a drug called ecstasy. Ecstasy is a love drug that seems to make gay things happen. Bodies stop moving and sweating, you can't help but want to suck on something.
In the world of hip-hop, where image and reputation are everything, the whispers of Clive Davis's secretive gatherings have been circulating for years. These parties, rumored to be filled with powerful figures and rising stars, have often been seen as gateways to success, or traps for exploitation.
It was just a knife in it. I told Shorty we could be friends, and your friends can meet.
The Boondocks didn't shy away from hinting at these events, using its satirical platform to highlight the potential dangers that lie within the industry's glittering facade.
We wanted to stand out.
And that's where we made our mistake.
See, the world just wasn't ready for gay rappers back then. But in a lot of ways, I feel like we paved the way for all these gay-ass rappers that's out here nowadays.
Clive Davis, a legendary music executive, is known for discovering and nurturing some of the biggest names in music. But beneath the surface of his storied career lies a shadowy narrative of manipulation and control. Could his famous parties be more than just lavish celebrations? Are they a tool for exerting influence over the artists who attend, particularly black musicians striving for success?
It was just a knife in it. I told Shorty we could be friends, and your friends can meet.
The Boondocks seem to suggest that these gatherings were part of a broader gay agenda within hip-hop, a claim that has sparked controversy and debate among fans and critics alike. But what exactly does this agenda entail, and how does it relate to Clive Davis's parties? Let's find out. When the Boondocks premiered in 2005, it quickly gained a reputation for its bold and unapologetic humor. Created by Aaron Magruder, the series used its platform to critique and satirize a wide range of issues, from politics to race relations, and yes, even the world of hip-hop.
Wait, what the hell are you wearing? Is that a bra?
What? It's just a white beater.
Wear your pants. Why are you wearing a skirt?
No, Granddad. These are Gangstalicious shorts for thugs.
The episode, The Story of Gangstalicious Part 2, is a prime example of how the show used satire to address homophobia in the black community and the music industry. In the episode, Gangstalicious, a popular rapper releases a song called Homie Over Hose, which features questionable lyrics and choreography that hint at hidden homosexual undertones.
Come on, Riley, the song, the dance, do the homie. The homie dance ain't gay. I do the homie. That's not gay. You who thinks everything in the world is gay?
Huey, the show's moral compass, immediately picks up on these cues, while Riley, a fan of Gangstalicious, vehemently denies any suggestion that his idol might be gay. As the episode unfolds, Gangstalicious promotes a new clothing line featuring items that blur traditional gender norms: pink bulletproof vests, crop tops, and skirts. Riley, eager to emulate his favorite rapper, embraces this fashion, while Huey questions the underlying messages.
So you're okay with him being gay? Gay? Who said he was gay? Nigga, is you crazy? Gangstalicious gay. You crazy.
This leads to a hilarious yet poignant scene where Granddad becomes concerned that Riley might be gay, illustrating the generational divide in attitudes toward homosexuality.
I'm so sorry, Robert. A gay grandson, huh? I can't imagine anything worse than that.
Not Riley. Maybe there's another explanation. Maybe this is some kind of crazy sitcom misunderstanding.
No.
The episode cleverly critiques the hip-hop industry's hyper-masculine image and its often hypocritical stance on homosexuality. It's a direct commentary on how some artists present one image publicly while hiding their true selves. Gay rappers have been a rumor in the hip-hop industry for years. In fact, in 2011, while a guest on Vlad TV, the game made headlines for reaffirming that there are quite a few gay rappers rappers who haven't come out yet. The Game said he doesn't have a problem with gay people. However, he does have a problem with people who are gay pretending that they aren't. He was asked if he had collaborated with a gay rapper in the past and said, possible, yeah, and not being just full out gay, just pretending he loves girls and lives the rap lifestyle, but really he's a man fan. There's a lot of man fans out there in hip-hop. I see how you be looking at around too. Closeted homosexuality in hip-hop seems to be a topic that goes unspoken in the community. Back in 2019, TMZ caught up with actresses Laverne Cox and Angelica Ross. They asked what their thoughts were on Lil Nas X coming out as gay. "We love him," Ross said. Cox nodded and shared in Ross's sentiment, adding, "Good for him." But Cox didn't stop there. "I think it's amazing in hip-hop that we are having this moment," she continued, adding slyly, "I think more guys in who are gay in hip-hop should come out," to which Ross let out a raucous laugh. The interviewer followed up with the question, "You think there's more?" prompting Cox to deadpan a simple, "Girl." Years later, one Twitter user posted a throwback to the moment, dubbing Cox's simple one-word allusion, "queer history." Fans were left gagging. One Twitter user said that Laverne Cox's "girl" did more than any other clarification of facts could. In any case, one rapper that the Boondocks have clearly depicted in their episodes is Clive Davis's mentee, Sean Diddy Combs. Clive Davis has made quite a name for himself with his music productions, but now he's being talked about more for his sexual endeavors. After having married and divorced twice, Clive decided he needed to go on a journey of self-discovery to find out if he could be attracted to men too.
I opened up myself after the failure of my second marriage, never having had anything with a man, to see, could I be attracted to the person and not the gender?
This soul-searching made him realize that he wasn't as straight as he had imagined himself to be for 50 years of his life.
Could I be attracted to the person and not the gender? And I did find that I could be attracted to a man, while I still am very attracted to a woman.
After Clive had this realization, he decided he was at that point in his life where he wanted to be with a man.
Then, in 1990, he entered into a monogamous relationship with an unnamed male doctor. That relationship ended in 2004.
Clive says he has never been ashamed of being attracted to men. "I never felt shame, no. I felt puzzled. The subject of bisexuality really needs much more discussion. It's a status that does exist." After this, he got into another monogamous relationship with a man that continues till date. After years of speculation, it's clear now that this mystery man might have been Diddy.
P. Diddy, known as Puff Daddy, known as Sean Combs. Allegedly in 1994, Sean Combs requested doing sexual favors for Clive Davis so that Bad Boy Records could be what it is.
These speculations of how Diddy's music career took off have been going around for ages. But now, it's clear that the two had a 5-year-long relationship. Clive has stated that his current partner attends events and travels with him, as any partner would. But he has refused to reveal the name of his partner. But when you start to notice which artist is found the most around Clive in events, it's Diddy.
If you pay attention to a lot of pictures, especially with Clive and Diddy, Diddy is in a lot of places that Clive is in.
Now, being at the same events might not necessarily be a confirmation in itself, but Clive and Diddy both being gay, both attending the same events regularly while being incredibly close, does say a lot.
They've been close for a number of years. Diddy first came around him in the early 90s, right around the time to when he entered another relationship with an unnamed male.
It's a fact that Diddy and Clive have been really close for years. All this while, Clive has been in a monogamous relationship with a man, and Diddy has often been exposed for being secretly gay. So the probability of the two of them actually being together is really high. Another thing that really solidifies these rumors is that Clive has been very open about his sexuality and relationships. But even after these rumors going around for this long, he has never turned them down. Even Diddy has never responded or rejected these stories. Diddy met Clive when he was just a 23-year-old boy, hoping to make it in the very competitive and ruthless industry. But he managed to impress the legend Clive with his ideas for hip-hop. Clive talks about his first meeting with Diddy. He was looking for an artist who could really speak to the common people and found exactly what he was looking for in Diddy. Puffy was 23 years old, and I knew the artists that I had. Aretha, Dion, Whitney was one kind of music, Davis says. LaFace ushered in blue-collared R&B at its height. But sensing the hip-hop revolution, both L.A., Reed, and I agreed that we could use someone really attuned to the street. You gotta know what you can do for yourself, and you gotta know when you need to look to other people. At that time, Diddy worked under Andre Hall at Uptown Records, but things turned out quickly for him now that he had met Clive Davis. He managed to impress Clive with his words, as Clive recalls, "When I met with Puffy, he articulated that hip-hop should be part of the top 40 mainstream and that the business would change in the future. And I said, what have you got to illustrate that point? And he played me Craig Mack's Flava in Your Ear, and he played me the then unknown artist that he felt and believed so strongly. He played me 4 or 5 cuts from Notorious Big." This was enough to sell his vision to Clive, as he immediately told Diddy that had proved his point. "I said, okay, you proved your point." That's when I introduced him to the weekly, what we called singles meetings. I introduced him to an executive there as someone who would help lead us to the street and share in the forthcoming hip-hop revolution. This seems like a very innocent interaction that shot Diddy immediately into stardom and fame, but the truth is quite different from what Clive has been portraying for years. Turns out, all this was just a cover for Clive to have sexual relations with men, and Diddy wasn't the only one he did it to either.
There are a lot of stories, not rumors, stories going around about Clive Davis allegedly sleeping with men, that he was allegedly having rent boys, that a lot of the artists that didn't make it all the way to like a show.
Clive has been proven to get involved with up-and-coming artists after promising them a bright future in the music industry.
Actually signing a deal that he had sexual activity with these people before either dropping them or never signing them in the first place, more so of using them for sexual favors.
It seems like Diddy escaped the fate of being discarded after having a relationship with Clive, as Clive did help him in setting up his own record label, Bad Boy Records, and continued to fund it for years. Clive has been very forthcoming about his sexuality, but Diddy has never spoken about it himself. But that doesn't mean there haven't been signs. In fact, it's an open secret that Diddy is gay, as he has often been caught acting like it. Some of you might not remember the allegations made by Jaguar Wright against Diddy. She claimed that a former lawyer who worked for Diddy had revealed to her some very disturbing information. Wright said that Diddy had a meeting with singer and New Jack City actor Christopher Williams about possibly signing a deal. The attorney in question needed to get approval for some paperwork and went to Diddy's office to speak with him. Jaguar claims the lawyer said the door wasn't locked, so she didn't think twice about just walking in. When she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing a little extra for Diddy. This story by Jaguar Wright, although unconfirmed, was believed by many as they don't put it past Diddy. What gives this story more validation is that Jaguar isn't the only person alleging that Diddy was into these kinds of activities. A Vine creator named Jay Versace also revealed that he had an intimate encounter with Diddy. Jay Versace alleged that Diddy invited him to his mansion when Diddy was at the peak of his career. Jay made these claims in response to a post showing women having fun on Diddy's big outdoor bed. Jay said that Diddy had him bent over that same bed. It seems that Diddy learned these behaviors from Clive Davis, who introduced him to the industry. In any case, one person who confirmed these allegations is Suge Knight. You see, Suge Knight's prison podcast has already brought about countless shocking claims, including a recent unexpected allegation about Diddy and Clive Davis. In a March episode of Collect Call with Suge Knight, the former Death Row boss recalled Jimmy Iovine making a bombshell revelation during a meeting at Interscope. Apparently, he wasn't supposed to hear the explosive news, but decided to share it with him anyway. "We in the office, in the Westwood Interscope office," Knight began. "I walked in Jimmy's office. I didn't have to knock on the door. We was having a conversation and he overheard somebody say something he probably shouldn't have heard. He said, 'I'm here because Clive Davis told me that him and Puffy's real tight. And you know, lovers.' So I thought he was talking like they got love for each other. I'm like, all right." He said, "Nah, they are lovers," he continued. And I'm like, "Why do you keep saying that?" I said, "Are they lovers like effing and essing?" And he said, "I don't want to say that. But that's what that means, right?" Knight's claims are unconfirmed, but this is far from the first time Diddy's been accused of having a romantic relationship with a fellow male celebrity. What's more, during an interview with The Art of Dialogue, the rapper's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, had a ton of tea to spill about Diddy, including insight into his time with Cassie Ventura, who filed and then shocking settled an R case against her ex-boyfriend last year. In the new chat, the security guard alleged that the 54-year-old forced his then-girlfriend to hire those male S-workers for himself. He just didn't want anyone to be able to track them back to him. Why does he think this? Addressing rumors that have plagued the Last Night crooner for years, Gene claims he learned quickly when to give Diddy his space when they were out together, such as when he stumbled across the celeb allegedly purchasing butt plugs, or when they would frequent an apparent gay hotspot. Gene Deal unveiled Diddy's unique networking strategies, shedding light on the rapper's purported visits to Turkish baths, which he claims were hotspots where Diddy allegedly met with gay men.
You know what they do in the Turkish baths? That's where a lot of gay men meet.
Deal suggested that this was a common practice for certain individuals in the industry. According to Deal, these Turkish bath meetings were more than just a place for relaxation. They served as a unique setting for business discussions. He claimed that individuals seeking connections with executives like Diddy were compelled to attend these baths and purportedly engage in questionable exchanges in return for career advancements.
Top in the game, in the music business. And they had said to me, yo, I had to suck a lot of to get to this position.
He then added, that's a lot of what these guys get into when they start having certain meetings with certain people. They meet them at the Turkish bath and they do their meetings, and they meet their peoples in those types of situations where they're comfortable, so they don't have to worry about their indiscretions coming out. Deal's comments suggest a hidden side of the music industry where personal and professional boundaries may blur. The Turkish bath, as described by Deal, appears to be a unique space where individuals could conduct business without fear of judgment or exposure. He further emphasized the frequency of these meetings, stating, "Twice, sometimes 3 times a week, me and the driver be outside. He'll run into the Turkish bath." And as if that is not crazy enough, Gene also claimed that Diddy once brought American rapper Zeebit to a gay bar. In the interview, Gene went on to reveal, "I know that for a fact because I was right there." He said, "Yo, Gene, watch the door that doesn't let nobody come through." I said, "I'll watch the door," and if I watch the door, he and a man ran out naked, and I said, "That ain't nobody told me that. I saw that myself. I'm telling you what I saw." In addition to this, another person who has been quite outspoken about Diddy's alleged S-orientation is none other than rapper 50 Cent. 50 revealed in an interview that Diddy once offered to take him shopping, and by shopping, the rapper alleged that Diddy meant something else. Meanwhile, Diddy has also been called out severally by none other than the queen of media herself, Wendy Williams. According to rumors by the gossip mills, Wendy Williams owns a picture that involves a man pulling another man's puffy pants down, and well, one of the men might just be Diddy. What's more, Wendy even once revealed that she was not okay with men in the hip-hop industry denying their true S-orientation. In the interview with VLAD TV, the media personality said, "I'm not down with any of that. It wouldn't be my man. Be very clear, there were lots of homosexuals in the 80s too. What's worse? Hip-hop wearing skirts, or hip-hop being closeted and having a plethora of kids to prove manhood, and that, and denial of something that you shouldn't have to deny. There were many situations back in the day in my career, and it's all coming full circle now." But this isn't even the worst claim being made against Diddy. Some fans have gone as far as to dig some dirt on Diddy's past, thereby exposing how he allegedly took advantage of Usher when he was young. Usher broke the silence on these allegations when he recently revealed what he faced while staying with Diddy. During an interview on The Howard Stern Show, Usher shared stories from his early days in New York City, including living with Puff Daddy as a teenager and hanging out at Flavor Camp for parties and gatherings. Reportedly, Usher was guided into the world of fame and wealth by Combs, who took on the role of his mentor and had Usher live with him. Usher shared that as a teenager living with Diddy, he was naturally curious about what was happening around him. However, he found that some of the things he discovered were not appropriate for someone his age to be exposed to.
And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah, that's what it was called.
Sean Diddy Combs noticed Usher when he was just 14 years old, and he quickly signed the young talent to Bad Boy Entertainment. However, with that came the new lifestyle that Diddy had been living.
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
However, that lifestyle has had a lasting negative impact on Usher, as he discovered things happening around him as a young artist that he didn't understand at the time.
But I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
Jumping ahead to the present, Usher opened up about the less glamorous side of his early career in a 2012 interview with Oprah Winfrey. He explained that when he was young, Combs introduced him to wild and crazy parties. Usher has openly discussed that as a teenager, he shouldn't have seen some of the things he did. He revealed that Diddy's lifestyle went against many rules, but it continued in Hollywood, where he and many other young artists were spoiled.
With Puffy in that time, or the Tunnel. But these are places that a 13-year-old probably should not be. That's not what I was there for. I was there because I wanted a career, man. So we would fight, we would tussle. More than often, I think Puffy would say, man, you gotta chill, like you just a little bit too intense.
Usher admitted he felt pressured to do things he wasn't ready for emotionally or mentally. Looking back, he regretted some choices he made back then, but he did what he thought was best at the time, based on what he knew.
That's not what I was there for. I was there because I wanted a career, man, so we would fight, we would tussle. More than often, I think Puffy would say, man, you gotta chill, like you just a little bit too intense. And I'm telling him, look, you're gonna put me in the studio, man. You got Biggie Smalls in there, you got Craig Mack in there. You're gonna make me a priority too.
However, Usher wasn't the only one facing this alone. Amidst all the allegations and lawsuits against Diddy, even Usher spoke up. But what's worse is the resurfaced video of Justin Bieber and Diddy. A while back, an old video of him and then young Justin Bieber circulating online caused the internet to assume the worst. Many fans were blown away by the unsettling idea that he might have been allegedly doing some really shady stuff with the young star back then. The circulating video appeared as Homeland Security raided Diddy's mansions in LA and Miami. It shows Sean Love Combs standing next to the young pop star saying,
right now he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose.
He further added,
definitely a 15-year-old's dream. For the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
Puffy was even heard talking about Usher in the video. He mentions that although he's not Bieber's legal guardian, he had custody of him for 48 hours because he was signed to Usher. Diddy also claims to have had legal guardianship over Usher, who was also a teenager at the time when he worked on his first album.
I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him.
Social media users immediately began to worry about what Diddy's close association with these young people at the time might imply. Many online users labeled these videos as creepy and disturbing, while others were relieved that the darker side of showbiz was finally being brought to light. Diddy also promised to gift Bieber his white Lamborghini as soon as he turned 16.
As soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come to LA. Yeah, it's gonna be yours. So every time you come to LA, it's a little dusty.
However, Bieber didn't seem to take the rapper's generous offer very seriously. Bieber told People magazine, Diddy said when I turn 16, he will give me his Lamborghini. But we all know Diddy's not going to give me his Lamborghini. He's all talk. Even Justin couldn't understand why Diddy was being so generous. He even said he would gift him a mansion when he turned 18. Maybe Diddy was trying to lure him with expensive things that any kid would desire at Justin's age. In any case, the Boondocks' willingness to tackle the complex and often hidden truths of the entertainment industry, including the portrayal of gay rappers, was just one of many reasons the show became a cultural phenomenon. You see, The Boondocks, created by Aaron McGruder, was a groundbreaking animated series that premiered on November 6, 2005 on Adult Swim, Cartoon Network's late-night block. The show quickly became a hit for its bold and satirical take on race, politics, and pop culture. Over 4 seasons, it tackled everything from hip-hop culture to Hollywood's secretive nature, captivating audiences with its sharp humor and fearless commentary. Despite its popularity and cultural impact, The Boondocks came to an end on June 23, 2014, after its 4th season. The primary reason for the show's conclusion was creative differences between Aaron McGruder and the network. McGruder, who was the driving force behind the series, left the show before the 4th season due to disagreements about its direction. This departure was a significant turning point for The Boondocks, as McGruder's unique voice and vision were integral to the show's success. Without McGruder, the 4th season struggled to capture the same magic that had made the show a cultural phenomenon. The episodes lacked the sharp wit and insightful storytelling that fans had come to love, resulting in mixed reviews. Many viewers felt that the show had lost its edge, and the absence of McGruder's influence was palpable. The creative differences in McGruder's departure weren't the only challenges the Boondocks faced. The show was known for pushing boundaries and addressing controversial topics, which sometimes led to clashes with network executives over content. Balancing the show's provocative nature with network standards proved to be a delicate task, adding to the difficulties in maintaining the show's original spirit. Despite its conclusion, The Boondocks left a lasting legacy. It was praised for its willingness to tackle sensitive issues and provide social commentary through the lens of animation. The series broke new ground by discussing topics that many other shows avoided, challenging stereotypes and encouraging conversations about race, identity, and the entertainment industry. Since the show's end, there have been efforts to revive The Boondocks. In 2019, plans for a reboot were announced, with Aaron Magruder set to return as the creator and executive producer. The new series was expected to air on HBO Max, promising to retain the original satirical edge while addressing contemporary issues. However, the reboot has faced delays, leaving fans eager for its return. In the years following its end, The Boondocks has continued to influence pop culture. Its exploration of secretly gay hip-hop and Hollywood A-listers is just one example of how the show fearlessly tackled taboo subjects. The show's legacy endures as a testament to its ability to entertain and provoke thought, inspiring future generations of creators to push boundaries and challenge the status quo. Ultimately, The Boondocks was more than just a show. It was a cultural touchstone that dared to speak truth to power. Its bold storytelling and unflinching approach to societal issues have cemented its place in television history, proving that animation can be a powerful tool for social commentary. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.